YouTube as well. I'm not 100% sure. We shall see. We shall see. Shall we? One moment. Whoop. Uh-oh. Almost knocked the fucking thing over. Almost knocked the dang thing over. Yes. Okay. We are good. Looks shitty, but hey, it is what it is. I'm going to copy that link. Just give me one moment because I'm going to share this to Twitter very quickly. Twitter and my Dick Sword server. Just so I can make sure that I... one sec, sorry. Bada bing, bada boom. Gonna go there. Sorry, one moment. One moment, please. One moment, please. Then we will go here. Yes. I just gotta do one more thing. Don't you worry. Don't you worry, all one person that's probably here right now, if anybody's here. Yes. There we go. See the chat. No, there is no chat right now. Whoop. Yeah, I should go here. Man, what's going on, anybody who's here? How we doing today? It says 6 people are here, and it should actually be 6 people, seeing as how I am only live on YouTube right now. Now it's a whole 8 people. A whole 8 people are here with me today, right now. Thank you very much for being here with me. I have been working out after I get done with my classes. I haven't been doing anything too crazy. It's like maybe a half hour tops because I've just been fucked up, if I'm being honest with you, you know? It's crazy because you take not being fat as fuck for granted. You take it for granted because you see big people are unable to move certain ways and they're unable to do certain things, and they're unable to do it for as long as you're able to do it, even when you're out of shape and you're like, oh man, those guys must be lazy. And it's like, haha, no, they're not actually. It's that whatever they're doing, they also have to do it with an extra 70 to 100 pounds, sometimes even more on them. And that's why you see people who are like 300, 400 pounds that they're not going for jogs right out the gate. They're going for walks for 10 minutes at a time and shit like that. And that's kind of the place I'm at with my weight loss right now is that I'm in the what would be my version of the 10-minute walk thing, where like I'll warm up on the bag, which is what I'm about to do. I'll usually do 2 rounds on the bag. Oh yeah, I forgot to set up my round timer as well. I got to do that in a second, but I'll do like oh, here it is. Here it is. Anyway, what was I going to say? Yeah, I'll usually warm up with like 2 rounds on the bag or something like that. Then I'll do circuits, and when it comes to the circuits, I'm doing literally whatever the hell I feel like doing in the moment. Like I'll decide what the next circuit is going to be like on the fly. But what's going on, Smart Moron, David Hideo? What's going on, Bonjour Skeet? What's going on, James CJ? Wub U2 CJ. Bryce Mitchell beat a Dagestani on the weekend. Yeah. And his last name was Nurmagomedov. That threw me for a loop because I was like, oh, maybe he's related to Habib. No, he's not. Just same name. You know, it's funny. Yeah, Bryce, like, what I can't stand about MMA is that it's starting to become boxing, where people really only care about whether or not you're undefeated. It's not as bad yet, but it's on the way to becoming that bad, where if you're not 30-0 undefeated, people are not going to take you seriously, and you're not going to get certain you're not going to get certain opportunities and stuff like that. That's one of the things that Habib did. That's one of the things that Dagestanis did. And, you know, it's just, it's frustrating. It's stupid. It's frustratingly stupid, you know. But, like, I can remember all these dudes that we consider to be legends of the game from years past, where, like, they have a loss or two to another legend and stuff like that. And nobody looks at them less for that. Nobody looks at them as less than for that. There is no like, oh, he lost, that means he sucks. It's like, no, he lost because he lost. Anyway, he's going to come back and he's going to try his best to win again. And sure enough, you have Bryce Mitchell, who's known for being a very good grappler, mind you, who was able to beat a Dagestani, who we all know the Dagestanis and their whole fucking thing. But that was really good. That was really good. You know, good for him. I didn't see that. I didn't know it was in Abu Dhabi. And actually, it's great to see that he beat a Dagestani in Abu Dhabi because whenever they have the Abu Dhabi cards, they always load them with Muslim fighters on purpose to try and reward the sheikhs for fucking throwing money into combat sports and stuff like that. You know, that's really what that is. That's a big thing where it's like, hey, you should throw some oil money at us. We got tons of Muslim fighters. We're having them fight in Abu Dhabi. Don't you want to see the Muslim fighters get easy fights? That's probably what it was. Actually, no, I'm not sure because I actually looked into this Nurmagomedov guy. He's been fighting in the UFC since at least 2018, I think, and he isn't anything like extra spectacular or anything. But it wouldn't surprise me if they were like, okay, Bryce Mitchell has had a couple of heartbreakers, you know. He's had a couple that were not considered to be like good losses or acceptable losses. Why don't we throw him against the Muslim guy and maybe the Muslim guy will win? It wouldn't surprise me if that was kind of the thing. Excuse me. Those mats clean, Scott? Not yet. They will be, though. They will be. Hide under the octagon from USADA like Jones did. That's a good idea. You can't jog while being over 300 unless you plan on fucking your knees up. Yeah, I mean, I'm not over 300. I'm a lot closer to it than I would like to be, though. I was 275 in late June when I went to the doctors. I weighed myself. About 5 pounds of that was food, water, and then also they weighed me with like my shoes and all of my clothing on, and I had mad shit in my pockets. But like at best, that's still 270 pounds. For a dude that's 6 feet tall, that's not good. I really let myself go. It was the stress. I'm a stress eater, you know? But the good news is that when I get my diet under control and I finally actually legitimately have it under control, I lose weight like nothing else, you know? But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna set up the round timer real quick. Oh man. My leg's asleep. I'm gonna set up the round timer. I just gotta run. You know, I'll be right there. I'll be right there. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I'm still here. Doing my thing. Alright, good. I wanted to talk about something. I wanted to talk about something real quick. I see some what appears to be new people in the chat. CJ says go on PKA again. I'll go on PKA again at some point if they want me, you know. I think what it is that I've kind of been added to a list of people where like if they don't have a better guest, they'll be like, all right, well, we don't have anybody right now. Why don't we just check the list? Oh, you know who hasn't been on for a while? That guy Scott. I guess we'll have him on. You know, like I think that's kind of the situation that I'm in with them. Scott about to start schizo rambling like Bert. I believe I was the original schizo rambler. Actually, I think Bert was. The copy. Bert was the cheap copy, if anything. But I had a tweet go viral today, over 1 million views. I'm kind of that's kind of funny to me. But the reason why is because my wife got into a fucking car crash today, and it wasn't her fault. But what happened is it's basically 1, 2, and then 3. My wife is the middle car, right? My wife's car basically got Eiffel Towered by 2 cars, or maybe human centipeded by 2 cars. What happened was, this is her car behind her is driving, right? And it's like a teenage girl. Like, I saw her license was like a teenager license. We have license for people who are under 21. This chick was probably like 19, 20, maybe, you know. She ended up, instead of hitting the brake, she hit the gas. She wanted to hit the brake, fucked up, hit the gas, went boom into my wife's back, into my wife's bumper, rear bumper. And since she was hitting the gas, she pushed my wife's car, not like bumped and then it went that, literally like that, into the car in front of her. And it was 4 women, because my sister-in-law was with her. It happened very close to my place. My wife calls me up. I don't even hop in the car. It was that close to where I live. I go and, excuse me, when I get there, nobody, like everybody's just disassociated. Nobody's talking to anybody else. There's no teamwork. There's no like, okay, so what do we need to do? It's literally just like women standing around, like pretending the other women aren't there, and just like staring off like that. So I immediately have to gain control of this situation. And I sit there and the first thing I do is ask, is everybody okay? I go to my wife, mother-in-law, sister-in-law, and both the women that are also involved. And I'm like, hey, is everybody okay? And everyone's like, yeah, it's fine. And then I was like, okay, we should all get our information to share it. Did anyone call the police? My wife said she called the police, so that's cool. The police show up. It's 2 female cops. So I'm the only man in this situation. And it's just the dumbest fucking thing. Nobody can get their story straight, right? People are telling me one thing, then they're telling the police something else, you know? And it's not because people are lying. It's just because women are just naturally like anxiety ridden. And because of that, they're like, how do I say the thing that's going to make me not get in trouble? I don't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble. How am I going to say the thing that makes me not get in trouble? You know? And it was just like, holy fuck, man, you know? So like we go home, and like no thank you from my wife or anything like that. No thank you from my sister-in-law or anything like that. There's no like, hey, thanks for coming here and looking after us. We appreciate it. Nothing like that, you know. Instead, we just kind of have to go through the motions of dealing with our insurance, which of course I'm the one who has to. I have to do it. I'm the one who has to do it. Because fucking women don't know how to do anything, you know? And again, still no thank you from the wife. Still no like, wow, you're taking care of this whole thing, even though I'm the one who kind of ended up in this mess. Thank you so much. Instead, is our insurance going to go up? Our insurance is going to go up, isn't it? Every now and again, I have to tell my wife, yo, you're being a woman right now. I shit you not. I literally will look at her and I'm being like, yo, you're being a woman right now. I need you to be a wife. A woman gets anxious and freaks the fuck out and makes everything worse. A wife keeps her mouth shut until she's spoken to and then does what she's told. And if she's trying to do something on her own, she's going to make damn sure it's something that's going to actually be helpful. It's not just going to add to the chaos of the situation. And fucking, I'm sitting here, I get to a point where it asks for the insurance of other people, because it wasn't my wife's fault. Even though she tapped the person in front of her, for one thing, the person in front of her did not have really any damage to their car, miraculously. All the damage was to my wife's car, of course. But even if there was damage to the person's car who's in front, the fact that she was literally pushed into the car, like, we can use that to argue. We can use that to try and fight, you know? It's not like my wife was like this far away from the car in front of her and got tapped and went bop like that, you know? It's not anything like that. And like, it's just the worst thing having to deal with women all the time, dude. Like I live in a house where it's mostly women. There's one other guy, it's my brother-in-law. My brother-in-law is a very quiet guy. He just sits in his corner all day playing video games until it's time for him to go somewhere. And that's because he grew up in that household with the same number of women, the same exact women, you know? So he's like, I don't even want to deal with these people. I'm not dealing with these people. I'm all set. I'm going to let them do their thing. I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to just try and be as unnoticed as possible so they don't bother me, you know? But when you're the head of a household, when you're the man of the house, it's so fucking frustrating because you get phone calls saying, oh, there was a car crash, you know? And you got to fucking go do that shit. And it's like, holy fuck, man. Acts 4:12 says, I work only with women. Tell me about it. Exactly. And it's the dumbest thing. Hola, Juan Pablo Lorenzo Gonzalez. Hola. But it's the worst fucking thing ever because it's women are like cats in that way, where a cat is simultaneously convinced of its independence, and it's not just independence, but superiority, while also needing you to still fill its bowl and all this other shit, you know? You take care of the cat, and the cat is just like, yeah, I don't even need you. It's like, fucking A, you know? It's the dumbest thing. It's the dumbest fucking thing. I literally had to tell my wife to shut up today multiple times just because it was like that ridiculous. She gets herself into this mess, right? And I know that there was something she definitely did because I know her, right? I know her and I know her sister-in-law when they get together, her sister-in-law. I know her and I know her sister. When they get together, stupid shit happens. So I know that there was something that they did as well. I just don't know what it is. And they're smart enough by now to not tell me when they do something stupid, you know? But just to be the one who has to deal with this shit. And I can't even get a thank you. Instead, I just get more bitched at. It's like just women, you know? That's the most woman thing ever. Get into a car crash with other women. None of them exchange info with each other. I told them, hey, everybody, exchange info with each other. Take pictures of each other's driver's license and insurance or whatever, registrations, whatever it may be. We're all going to exchange info. None of them listened to me. And because of that, nobody has anybody else's info. We all have to wait 3 days for the police report instead of being able to get on with our lives sooner because we took each other's info and we can pass it along to our insurance agencies and shit like that. And I'm the bad guy because I'm like, why the fuck didn't you do what I told you? You know? It's just the woman thing is to not listen and then get mad when you're like, yo, why didn't you fucking listen to me? You know? It's the dumbest fucking thing. I love my wife, man, so much. I'm so glad she and I are married, but it's like the amount of times I literally have to tell her, yo, stop being a woman and start being a wife sometimes is like, fuck, dude. It's like, fuck, man. And you're going to have to do the same thing if you have not gotten married. There's going to be plenty of times where you have to be like, babe, stop talking. You know? It happens all the time. This is supposed to be a workout stream. She was on a joyride. That's exactly what it is. No, but like, here's another example, right? And I shouldn't be saying these things necessarily. I shouldn't be telling these stories, but like, it's not like anything crazy happened in the first place. It's just like every guy has all these kinds of fucking stories, you know? So in my old place, we were in a predatory situation where the people at the office for my apartment, they were trying to get us to renew a lease. And if we didn't renew the lease, we were going to have to pay over $3,000 a month for the monthly rate so that we could leave whenever the hell we felt like it, right? But in addition to that, according to their contract, which we signed, they need 60 days notice. So it would be, we find a place and then we have to pay $6,000 total just to get the fuck out of there, which would mean that we don't have the money to get into a new place, you know? I found a way out of that. The way out of it was that since we lived in a ghetto area, I would take videos of ghetto people doing ghetto things, including flipping the fuck out in our hallway, yelling about how they want to beat me up or whatever. You know, it was some stupid bitch, some Section 8 bitch. It's not someone to be afraid of, but also like I can use this to my advantage. We get that on video. I actually shared a little bit of it to Twitter at one point. And then we go down to the office. Now, I tell my wife before this, look, keep your mouth shut. Don't say a word. If he talks to you, you talk to me, and then I talk to him for you, okay? If he's like, oh, so Scott's wife, you said this. You don't go, yeah, I did. You look to me, and I answer for you, even if the answer is going to be exactly what you were going to say, you know? So what happens is we go down there, I show them the video, and he says, okay, look, I'm gonna put in our files that you guys can leave, that we're not gonna make you give the 60 days, we're not gonna make you pay anything, all right? If I can find who this is, you guys say you don't know who it is. We knew who it was, but you guys say you don't know who it is. If I can find who this is, we're gonna remove them instead of removing you, which would mean that we have to still pay all that fucking money and all that other bullshit, you know? He said, yeah, and I have a feeling I probably know who it is. What does my wife do? She goes, mm-hmm. As if it's a fucking gossip session. This guy is literally saying, look, if I can find out who this is, I'm going to remove them and you're going to have to stay and you're going to have to pay thousands of fucking dollars to the point where you're not going to have money to go anywhere else. So you're just going to be locked in here for another year anyway, even though you don't want to be, because even what we're raising it to if you sign in for a year lease is still going to be fucking ridiculous, you know? Like, just for her to do that, to be like, mm-hmm, when she's like fucking, when this guy is saying, like, if I figure out who it is, and I think I know who it is, to give that affirmative, like, yep, you're on the right track, is like, yo, I am never taking you anywhere again. I don't care. I will sit there with my phone. I would rather have you guys with me. I would rather go live on YouTube to have a conversation like that in the future than to bring my wife to be I would rather have you guys here with me to be what's it called? Witnesses, than bring my wife to be a witness to the things that are said in a meeting. I'm not doing it again, dude. And of course, when afterwards I'm like, do you know what you just fucking did? Do you have any clue how much you may have just fucked us? She's like, why? It's like, yo, can women just can women just shut up and be quiet for 5 minutes, dude? Can they just shut up and be quiet for 5 minutes? As to where they're not ruining everything, and then when their man has to come and fix it for them, they're like, wah, about it. It's like, man, that's so fucking stupid. We're the Sullivan gang, says Smart Moron. It's like, fuck, dude. We'd spam slurs through TTS. Honestly, go right ahead. Fucking, that shit's so foolish. You know, that shit's so foolish, bro. Imagine talking shit about your family in front of all world. Definition of a degenerate. You clearly don't have a family. You clearly don't have a wife. You have an idealized version of what being married is. Like, I don't talk about my wife all that much, and when I do, I say very, very good things about her. But if you can't take things that all women do and just be like, yeah, that happened. My wife did that thing that all women do. I don't think you're not married. You're probably, if you do get married, you're going to find out real quick, you know. That's not the way the world works. You know, that's not the way the world works, man. That's not the way people work. That's not the way. And you're gonna think, you're gonna think that honestly, it's you don't have a proper frame of reference. I had proper parents and proper example. Nah, bro, it's you. Yeah, sure you did. Sure you did. Right. I'm sure. Fucking women aren't a monolith. Yes. She just has a hard time knowing when she's supposed to talk. Exactly. Like, it's not like I'm dropping things about my wife that like nobody would ever guess. It's not like I'm sitting here like, she likes to eat 10 hot dogs at a time sometimes. She has hot dog days where she eats 10 hot dogs at a time. She doesn't. Right? But like, just as an example, it's not like I'm dropping things that other men could not look at and be like, oh yeah, I know all about that. You know? Everybody knows exactly what I'm fucking talking about. You know? And that's the thing is, I'm not even like angry about it. If anything, it's just like, holy fuck, man, this shit is insane. You know? Fucking women don't have a sense for this type of social stuff because they're not supposed to deal with business like that naturally. Exactly. You know? Oh. Like, women are not meant to be talking to men in a business capacity. And that's why a lot of men love to talk to women in that way. Like that guy that I was telling you about, the guy from my old apartment building, we got that offer to renew our lease, and we had until, I think it was like May 31st to give them an answer, a yes or no answer. He called us on like, us meaning my wife. He called my wife when he knows he's supposed to be dealing with me. He called my wife on like May 3rd to be like, hello, Mrs. Sullivan. He's some dude from like fucking Nigeria or something like that. Hello, Mrs. Sullivan. I am calling to tell you that we have a really good deal for you, and we will have to raise the rate. If you don't say yes today, we cannot guarantee the rate will stay the same if you do not say yes today. I guess he's like half Nigerian, half Indian. I don't know. Like, he called my wife specifically to tell her lies because he thought that my wife was going to cave. And the thing is, like, I just got done talking about how my wife panics and she gets anxious and shit like that. But one thing my wife is not is stupid. My wife is actually very intelligent. And she knew, like, oh, this guy's full of shit and he's just trying to lean on me. So, fuck that. No. I'm going to make up a lie and then I'm just going to blow him off. And when she told me that, I called the guy and I was like, yo, you are never going to call my wife again. You understand? And he was like, you cannot give me that command. He tried to go like African guy arguing on me. And I was just like, no, I'm telling you. He tried to talk. I kept talking over him. And eventually, this felt really good. It was really stupid, but it felt really good. He was like, you cannot tell me what to do. And I, again, Nigerian, Indian, I guess, I don't know. And I was like, oh, well, I am. You just got told what to do by me. I told you. I basically ended it off with, I just mogged you, bro. I just mogged you, dude. You just got mogged. That's basically what I ended that off with. Is the fucking dumbest thing, but it was so fun. You cannot do this. Exactly. You cannot do this. If you do this, I am just doing my job. I am the strong man doing my job. You cannot give me this command. You know? Fucking, that's how you know you pissed them off, is that they can't just say, nah, you can't tell me what to do, or no, I'm just doing my job. Literally, they have to break out the like, you cannot give me that command. It's like, who talks like that? A dude from Nigeria, that's who. But anyway, it's been a fucking half hour. I was supposed to work out. All right. Like I said, this workout's not going to be very impressive. Okay. It's not going to be impressive at all. In fact, it's going to be fucking really bad. All right. But that's because I'm just focused on trying to lose weight. So as long as I burn calories, I'm okay. I'm not trying to kill myself here because it's not like I'm getting ready for anything. If anything, I'm just getting ready to get ready for something. But I'm going to set the timer real quick. I'll be right back. everything started right away. I didn't think he was going to do that. You'll notice I have an earbud in. You'll notice I have an earbud in. It's because I'm going to be listening to music on my phone while I play. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw on some music and I'm going to do the rest of this round. There's going to be like a minute. Then I'm going to have a minute off. But then I'll do two 2-minute rounds is what I'll do. So, you know, we'll do it that way. Then after that, I'm going to get into some whatever it's called, some stuff. Some things and some stuff. You guys can't hear that, by the way, can you? I have music playing right now, but you shouldn't be able to hear it. If you can hear it, that's a problem. All right. Yeah, we're good here. Take it easy for that minute, and I'll start picking it up a little bit into the second round. All right. So we have a minute off. He's listening to Nugget and the Biscuit by Tobuscus. That's exactly what I'm doing. Do you own this whole space? Nah, I don't own this space. I'm just the head coach of this place. The owner could be here more if he wanted to. He doesn't want to be. So I coach almost all the classes at this point. And, you know, I'm working out in the meantime. Oh, 10 seconds.
All right. That was one round. Thank you, Bootlicker 14. You look way better than MMA Guru. Does MMA Guru actually train? You know, I know he's kind of like big on MMA Twitter and shit like that, but the thing about a lot of these guys, there's a lot of people in the peripheral, meaning like dudes that don't actually do it, but they like MMA, so they comment on it. There's no worse guy in the MMA world than the regional MMA podcaster. You have dudes, they're like fans of the regional circuit, the regional scene where they come from, and their whole thing is like they start podcasts, they start blogs about it. Talk more in a minute. That's a shitty tie on. All right, so anyway, yeah, like there's nothing worse in the MMA world than the regional MMA media guy, right? Like there's dudes that have podcasts, there's dudes that they have like blogs and stuff like that, you know? And it's a big high school thing. Like they're gonna give favorable coverage to a guy that they like, unfavorable coverage to a guy they don't like, you know? And it's not like, you know, it like they'll straight up have beefs. It's like, dude, you're supposed to cover fights. Why are you beefing with people? You're not fucking Ariel Helwani. Like, get out of here, you know? Even Ariel Helwani, get the fuck out of here. So like, what are you doing? You know, have you ever taken a jiu-jitsu class? You ever been hit in the head in earnest by anyone other than your high school bully? Because we know you got bullied in high school, you know? But like these guys, I feel the same, I feel the same way about some people in the fish tank world where you have a lot of people who like, they desperately want to feel like they're a part of it. And because of that, they become like a clipper or something like that. And a lot of the clippers are really cool guys, you know. React Simply's been nice to me, you know, as an example. But like you have other dudes that are like, I'm gonna be a clipper. I'm gonna clip fish tank stuff. And then they just like, they walk around like that means something, you know. It just means you have a lot of time on your hands. You don't have anything better to, you don't have anything better to do. And that's how it is with MMA, like regional MMA guys. It's like, dude, half of these guys are going to have a couple of fights and they're never going to fight again after that. Like, what are you doing trying to act like it's anything that you need to start a podcast for? Nobody wants to watch your podcast with some guy who's like 4-2 as a pro. Nobody's interested in that, you know? But I understand doing something for the love of the game. After all, I'm doing this for the love of the game, right? I got 17 people in my stream right now. That's not exactly breaking the fucking bank here. It's not that like, oh, they love it, therefore that's the problem. The problem is, the attitudes about it. They're guys that they've never actually done it. And if they tried to do it, they gave up on it very quickly. And because of that, they're like, oh, well, whatever, you know? When you throw your left hook, you drop your right slightly, do I? It's news to me, but I mean, maybe, I don't know. I think everybody does that, though, honestly. It's very rare that you see someone who throws a left hook, specifically a power left hook, you know, who doesn't drop their right hand. But, you know, it is what it is. Anyway, so it's time to set up the circuits. I'm actually, I'm going to be using this thing, and as you can see, there's hand sanitizer on it. So I have to get something to clean that off real quick. Oh, man. Anyway, that Mac Life dude actually bought it, though. Good for him. You know, I feel like an abused housewife watching a FST, minor spelling mistake. I win. Minor spelling mistake. That means I win. That means I win. You lose. All right. So I don't want to hear it. I feel like an abused housewife watching a fat loser warm up on the dog. Yeah. Oh man. Oh man. Just trying to see everything. I gotta hope and pray I don't slip on this thing. Box jumps are goated. Box jumps are very, very good, you know. If you can do box jumps, you most certainly should do them. Oh wait, silly me. I don't know how much you're actually going to be able to see. Whoop. Uh-oh. Can I, like, flip this to the side? Am I able to... Oh, wait. No. Am I able to flip this to the side? Do you guys see what you're actually supposed to see right now? I don't know. Camera work similar to found footage short film. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, yeah, but it's tiny. Oh, that's annoying. I think I know how to do it, though. I think I got this. See, what I have for the first round... is... I have the bag set up, I have box jumps, and I have the thing with the stuff. The agility ladder. Though by the time I get to it, I'm not going to be very agile. This is not going to work. We have two box jump things, and I forget which one of these I actually trust. So, yes, it was this one. I remember it was this one. So actually, I didn't even need to worry about this thing. Yeah. Good. Wait a second. No, okay. Should be good. All right, yeah, we're good. So what I have to do is run everything through my phone, which is going to drain my battery like a motherfucker. But it is what it is. All right. I'm going to start off with teeps. Blistering speed. Man, I have a minute off. It's gonna ring any second now. I gotta get right back into it, basically. I have a different idea in my head of what I'm gonna do next round. Oh, actually, fuck. Damn. I'm kind of fucking myself right now. I'm gonna have to start that round over. I forgot to set up one of the things I'm doing. Hopefully you can see the battle rope for real. Yeah, we're good. You can kind of see the bag. All right. So I took 2 minutes because I forgot to set something up. I gotta go now though. I feel myself slowing down even more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Double hand jog, activated. It sucks, man. My cat went to attack Scott on screen. I bet he did. I'm a lot better than I was, though, even a couple of weeks ago. Like, I used to do 2 rounds on the bag, 2 circuits. Now I'm up to 3. I upped it to 3 last week. I feel like I could do a 4th. I'm not going to right now because I've already been streaming for an hour and I want to get home. But like, it feels good to be making progress. For one thing, let me exit out of that. Feels good to be making progress, and then in addition to that, I feel like a killer again. You know, I feel like the I feel I'm starting to feel dangerous again. You know, like someone like me is always dangerous because if I hit you even at this weight, that's just more weight that I'm going to hit you with. So the chances are you're going to go down. The thing is, though, if I don't hit you, that's bad for me. That's a lot of wasted energy. So like knowing that, I feel, even if I don't feel like sluggish, I wouldn't say I feel sluggish, but even if I don't feel like, oh yeah, I'm really, really bad right now, there's still a piece of me that knows like, ooh, I'm out of shape. I'm really out of shape, you know? But with these, yeah, like I'm still out of shape, obviously. I'm still really out of shape. But like knowing that I'm starting to do that again, which the whole summer, I basically was like fucking, like the whole summer, I was basically spinning my wheels without even realizing, you know? Like every week I'd do stuff and I'd be like, I'd see a little bit of a change. And then I'd be like, all right, like I'm sure I'm going to see a big change soon. No, nothing, you know? Now I'm seeing like medium changes every single fucking day that I'm doing this stuff, you know? Like my arms are fucking bigger than they used to be. They're not crazy, but that's because I was lifting the whole summer, you know? There's actually like muscle there now, even if I'm not the most cut motherfucker. I'm not worried about aesthetics. You know, like this whole upper body, like for, you know, from below the titty up, there's more muscle mass on there now, which is good. I just got to cut fat. And this is what's going to help me, you know? It's going to help me to keep the muscle, for one thing, because it's all anaerobic for the most part. There was some aerobic exercise thrown in there, but like the battle rope, for instance, is anaerobic. The box jumps are anaerobic. Even certain aerobic exercises, just the way you're using your body, is like, it's good for burning fat, but also keeping muscle, you know? Does an MMA gym require less maintenance and equipment than a regular gym? Oh yeah, 100%, you know? Like, The equipment, if you will, is mats and then some heavy bags. And you only need a couple of those if you want, you know, depending on what you decide you want to focus on and how many bags you want to have in the first place. Like, I would say all you need for an MMA gym, aside from like legal shit, you know, like waiver and liability insurance and all that stuff, in terms of equipment, you just need mats. You need a few punching bags, and maybe a round timer, and you're good, you know. Everything else is extra. Like, if you can get tires are good, specifically big tires that you can flip. We used to have those. We got rid of them. My coach, he has manic episodes sometimes where he's just like, nah, I'm getting rid of this for one reason or another, you know. We usually end up getting it back. Like, you see all those balls there? We used to have tons of yoga balls like that. We got rid of them. And now, all of a sudden, without warning, we have a ton of yoga balls. That's what happens. But, yeah. When does the porkin start? As soon as you get here, Gwidkins. Anonym? Is that man a real fighter? I don't know, am I? This exercise is called the slaver. Uh-oh. Yo, what's going on, Zaran? How you doing, man? Scott doing the cha-cha, pretty much. Scott practicing for the next argument with a woman. See, you gotta get those reps in. You gotta get those reps in. I said no. Oh man. Keep going with the teep kicks. Yeah. Teep. Uh-oh. Teep exercises. The teep burnouts. The teep burnouts are nice because, you know, you can kind of take your time with them, but they're still going to fucking burn. They're still going to burn no matter what, you know? But, I got to clean the mats now. I got a lot of sweat on those mats. I'm going to have to clean them. I'm going to have to sweep them, mop them. I'm wondering if I want to keep... I don't think there's a reason to keep it up. I got to be honest with you, you know? Even if you don't have an octagon, the wall can be used to practice takedown defense on the fence. Yeah, I mean, we have a crash pad for things like that. For one thing, practicing throws, but then also we can throw it up against the wall. We throw it up against the wall, and now we can do takedown defense off the cage. You're right. Somebody asked me something, but there's some stupid thing with the app. Hold on. That's weird. There are important reasons to use Plyo. Plyo or Pyo. Is that, I always get confused, you know. I know a lot about exercise, but I learned it over the years through osmosis, meaning like a wrestling coach has me do a certain exercise and he doesn't tell me what the exercise is named. Like that type of shit, you know. And I just picked it up and kept it. But if Pyo, I forget if it's Pyo or Tabata or something like that, but there's one exercise where you're going, say, like 10-minute exertion followed by 20-second rest, whether it's a full rest or if it's a working rest, right? Like that's something you'll see. You can also up it and down it, meaning you can go like 20-second exertion, 10-second rest, things like that, or anywhere in between. If that's what you're talking about, then yes. That is a good way to get in shape quick. All you need is about 25 minutes of it, and you're good. The thing you got to be careful of, though, is burnout, because you can definitely burn out, and that's actually what happens with fight camps sometimes, is what you're trying to do is you're trying to get in the cage as you're peaking, right? So if your conditioning is going up and up and up and up, there's going to be a point where it has to level out and it peaks and it can't go any higher, and the only way it can go is down. You're trying to time your cardio. I look cool with the white shit on my face. I don't know if you guys can see it like I can. Man, but anyway, oh boy. Uh-oh. It's like something's scanning my face. It's like anyway, but yeah, with a fight camp, you want to go up and you want to plateau when you're getting in the cage. So the best cardio, your best self, your most conditioned self, you want that to be like the day you get in the cage. And that's why fight camps, depending on the situation, are no more than 8 weeks. Even if you know, like, oh, I have 12 weeks until the fight, you're not going to start hardcore conditioning. Skills is one thing. You work skills for sure, right? But you're not going to start hardcore conditioning. You're not going to start hardcore conditioning until 8 weeks are left. And then depending on the situation, it might even be 6 weeks. Like for a kickboxing or a boxing match, I would only condition for 6 weeks because I don't have to worry about having muscle, either adding muscle or keeping muscle. So because of that, since all I'm doing is trying to get my cardio up, I actually need less time overall, right? But there's also different theories on it. My coach is crazy with his conditioning. If there's one thing he's very good at when it comes to getting ready for fights, it's conditioning. He could run a business based around that, and he would do extremely, extremely well. I don't know why he doesn't do that more, but like me personally, whenever I've conditioned with him, I've never gotten tired in a fight, so that's good. And that's why I trust him, is because like his shit has worked for me. So of course I'm going to trust him in that way, But I do got to get going. All right. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. I appreciate you as usual. But yeah, I don't know. We'll do more of these in the future. It's just, I wanted to get one because it's been 3 years since I've been on YouTube. I want to do something kind of special, I guess you could say. But then in addition to that, people for a long time have been telling me they want to see me work out. So I figured I would work out a little bit. I'd hit the bag for you guys, all that shit. But thank you guys again for being here. I appreciate you. I will see you later. Peace out.